Happy holidays, beautiful you. As we near the end of 2020, I just want to send some season's greetings, some light and love, but also some tips, some health tips for our mental well-being, given that this season is going to look a little bit different. We may not be with our loved ones, or we may have lost some loved ones in the process of this pandemic. And so it's going to be so important this season, if more than others, that we really look after ourselves. And so some of the tips that I'm going to share with you are just some ideas. Feel free to add on more that you want to really make sure that your mental well-being is good, that your mind, body, spirit is okay during this season. So the first tip is self-care. One of the things that I'm a fan of is really taking care of myself, because I've seen the detriment that it can cause when I don't look after myself. That old saying that you can't fill from an empty cup is so true. It's so important in this season to just say no to things that take away from your love, and make sure you take time out to really fill your pot of love, to do the activities, the hobbies that really bring you joy, some light and love, and really just focus on being kinder to yourself, because it is a challenging season. And the more you love yourself, the more you're able from your overflow to provide to your loved ones. And so really do some self-care practices that make you happy, and that's going to be key, especially now. The other tip is really setting boundaries and to your commitments. Now, there's a lot of pressure that comes with the holiday seasons, gift giving, showing up to family functions, but obviously now with the pandemic that may not be the case. And so it's so important to lay out the rules that you're comfortable with, to say no to commitments that just are not going to work for you. And so it's so important to make sure that you're carving out boundaries, not only for others but also for yourself. Like, what are you okay doing and what are you not okay doing? And so once you set these boundaries on commitments, give yourself time to really just take time to reflect, to take inventory, and to really take care of your needs, or just find creative ways to be around your loved ones without really risking your health. So the gift of health to yourself and to others by setting boundaries is going to be key. Nature is going to be another great tip. So go out into nature, and if this is not something that you're able to do, then incorporate nature-infused mindfulness practices that could be binaural beats of nature sounds, soundscapes that you can do. And if you are able to go out into the outdoors, really take some time out. A 20-minute walk can really do great for your mood. It will really boost your self-esteem as well and well-being. And so take time out to really do the things that bring you joy out in the outdoors. And so with that, the other tip I would say is random acts of kindness. Now with this, you don't have to spend a lot. It could just be a small amount of money that you give to somebody, a food you give to somebody, or just some act of kindness that you share. Because when you give to others, it automatically increases your well-being, your self-esteem. And so this is such a fast-track way to joy. Give a gift of love to someone who's in need. There's so many people in our environment right now who are struggling, who are suffering. Why don't you be the light to their darkness? And so with that, I really encourage you to think of creative ways where you don't have to break the budget, to share your light, to gift somebody maybe the time, hear them out, and bring light into their life. So give that random act of kindness. And lastly, I would say vulnerability. Vulnerability in the aim of asking for help, especially now where there's so much anxiety and depression and uncertainty. It's going to be so important to reach out and ask for help. That could be with your loved ones, your peer group, or even going into professional guidance, because if you don't take care of your needs, it's going to be a challenge to move into 2021 with confidence and with happiness. And so if you're feeling really down in this season and it's just looking really dark, I really encourage you to speak out your truth and seek help. When you seek help, you get help. So a problem halved is always better than just trying to figure it out on our own. And so with that, these are just some tips that I think will really do great for your mental resilience and well-being, especially now, but even just throughout life. So make sure you're taking care of yourself first. When you take care of yourself, the universe will take care of everything else that needs to be taken care of. So with that, I wish you all the season's blessings, light and love upon you, and may 2021 be the season of growth and empowerment and freedom. Mwah.